And I'd like to say a lot of content creators came out. So as you guys know, Fresh and Fit about 2-3 years ago had an instance where a girl was saying that you had to sleep with them to get on the show. Okay, that happened like 2-3 years ago. And the issue was Abba and Preach did about like 20 videos on Fresh and Fit, basically alluding to Myron being predatory in some way. And what happened was they left out a really important part of the conversation with that chick, where it showed he was trying to hook up with her and let her come on the show. That's like a personal thing, but the truth of the matter is they just believed the chick and covered her messages and took out all of the context that would show that Myron was innocent, that he wasn't doing what they said they were doing.
So O'Shea decided to take shots at Pearl for being a fake friend. And after O'Shea dropped the video calling Pearl out for not standing up for Fresh and Fit, the guy she used to not like, but now she does like, but's not talking about since they got demonetized.
I'm so damn confused.
She decided to respond. In her response, she was lying, like Karens always do. I'd expect nothing less from her, though, because she's the same Karen who made the fake Me Too allegations on her black coach, who used to be her personal trainer. That link's in the description. Below. I went back and I fact-checked the situation because she lies a lot. So here's what really happened.
So
Venom2333, this whole thing started with a transactional fun and genuine burning desire. In an earlier show, you mentioned that fitness girl about only collaborating with her if she had fun with you. How is that genuine desire and not transactional? Okay.
Oh, let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Anna Quinn Fitness.
Let's do this. Okay.
Chris, can you start getting that ready?
Yeah.
And you want to talk about how you guys even started conversating?
Okay, guys. So me and Anna know each other because we are in the same online fitness coaching mastermind. Okay. And we both did pretty well. And we knew each other through that program. So we had a mutual friend. I had them reach out to her to do a class. So I'm going to show you guys
from the beginning.
All right. So because the thing is that she only showed part of the conversation. As a matter of fact, let's play her video, Chris.
So the way this starts is important because Myron reached out to Anna to collab. Anna said she didn't know who he was, which makes sense since they were in an online fitness masterclass together. We also know Myron isn't the one who reaches out to popular guests to invite them on the show. That's what Fresh does. Neither one of them get girls to come on the show. They hire men to find girls to get them on the show.
Told me, hey, one of my boys reached out to you, wants to film some content with you. He has a really popular channel, so you should do it. So I actually responded to the DM and I was like, hey, what's up? He said, let's do a collab. I was like, okay, cool. I was actually planning a trip to Miami. So I told him, like, this is what I'm going to be in Miami. I wasn't going to pay to come out to be on his show. And I hadn't even looked into his show. I just kind of went off of the friend's recommendation. So Myron and I went back and forth. I'm just going to pull up the text so I don't say anything that's not true. He asked me when the soonest I was going to be out there is. I told him that I was planning on being there Friday. He said he wasn't going to be available then. And then he asked me a relationship question. For some reason, I did not see that or that part of the message, or I was busy or whatever. So I said, do you want to make it happen or should I plan for next week? And he said it'd have to be next week. So we're just discussing logistics. I answered his question, said, I'm not dating anyone right now. Dated someone a couple months last year, but before that I was single and I love talking on that topic. He said, okay, cool. I'm up for that. I'm not going to do anything platonic with you, just being honest. And I thought he was reaching out for a collaboration because we're both well-known in the fitness industry. And my Instagram following is larger than his. So at the time I still didn't know he had a 400, him and his partner have a $400,000 subscriber YouTube page, but I have been approached about collaborations before. And so since I was going to be out there, I was down to do it. So when he said, I'm not trying to do anything platonic with you, it was completely left field for me because I was only thinking we were going to do some kind of fitness related content collab. And he said, no problem. I collab directly with girls I date. No pressure though. And
Pause
I was
that.
like, so if we aren't dating, you don't want to collab.
So dating is much different than bang me or else you come on the show. You know what I'm saying? Which is what she was trying to insinuate, because in her video, she says, oh, Myron bribes girls to get on the show to have she goes, bribing women with collaboration for sex is what she's saying. So I basically tell her, hey, just so you know, we're going to work together, but I'm not trying to make this platonic at all. I'm being upfront and direct with her.
Guys, on the show, what do we say all the time? If you're going to talk to a girl, let her know the exact
Up
intention.
front.
Don't waste time.
This woman is in California, guys.
Yep.
Okay? I'm in Miami. Let's continue.
So you reach out to this lady for a collab, then you turn around and say you don't want to collab with her unless you're dating her. How does that being upfront with the woman? Then he tries to make it seem like when he asked her to date him, that wasn't just a nice way of saying,
I'm trying to fuck.
come on now, bro.
Stop the cap.
Collab? Because he's never even asked me on a date at this point. So I was like, he said, no, don't mean to be an a.
Oh,
We're going to fix that.
But we have plenty of women in Miami. And I said, well, same. We have plenty of men here in California. So why would I fly to Miami to date someone who I know nothing about? And he said, simple. Attractive women are common. High value men are not. I'm not going to comment on that yet. No hard feelings, though. I said, you haven't proven to me that you're a high value man. And actually, I know quite a few high value men. I'm not just an attractive woman. I'm an entrepreneur with a 6-figure business and a high profile assets. I'm nothing but common.
Notice I'm reacting to Fresh and Fit's reaction, not Anna's. That way, we don't waste time and I get both sides of the story. But Myron, you basically called this woman basic, and I'm pretty sure she felt some kind of way about that. So she screenshots the conversation and posted on her IG story.
So I posted anonymously and I said, high value men don't talk the way that you did. I have 75 people on my story. I posted a poll and I was like, am I tripping or is this crazy? I forget exactly what I said, but I had so many people voting. Oh my gosh, like this is insane. And so I said, I have 75 people on my story who voted. I can't believe what you said. The comments are insane. Not one person has your side or thinks your approach is appropriate. You're tripping.
I'm sure her posting it on her story made Myron feel some kind of way. So here's how he responded.
And I was using emoji faces laughing. I said, maybe you should have me on your podcast so I can teach you how to talk to women. And I sent the screenshots. Then he responded to the screenshots that I sent and said, I'm just being honest and stand by it. I'm not collaborating with you unless we have sex.
So you see earlier when he said,
dating is much different than bang me or else you come on the show.
well, he was lying.
And said, I'm just being honest and stand by it. I'm not collaborating with you unless we have sex. You have had sex with a bunch of dudes I know and aren't special. You could have just said no and kept it moving, but you're clearly in your feelings going through all that effort with a poll, etc. Go ahead and screenshot the conversation and clout chase. I don't care what 75 Simp said in your story to White Knight. The difference is I say what I want and don't care what you think they do. So at this point, this is where Myron lied and told everyone that I started threatening him.
And she blurted out my name. And then she sent me a DM saying, like, you should probably rethink how you talk to women, blah, 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 trying to shame me and say, like, I can expose you. She's like, I'll expose you. I was like, do it, bitch. Like, go ahead. Like,
I started threatening his business and threatening to expose him.
yeah. And she made threats like, oh, I'm gonna like.
I have
I'll make
proof
you
of this.
look bad.
Watch.
It'll be bad for your business. I said, do it. I'll share. I'll help you. You know what I'm saying?
None of this happened. You can see in the DMs that was just a blatant lie.
I was like, we're gonna smash. She didn't like that. She tried to be like, oh, well, that's your asshole move. Okay, you want me to lie to you and then like try to be on this other bullshit?
Another blatant lie from Myron.
The saddest part about this situation is Myron thinks he's in the right. So even if she's threatening to expose him for being an asshole, she had every right because, Myron, you're being an asshole.
I defended myself, told him I haven't slept with a bunch of guys. I said that he is a terrible representation of his podcast and his business and that I would be happy to put him on blast. I told him he has an opportunity to influence men and make a positive impact, and the example he's setting is trash. I pity any woman who falls for this stupid scheme to fly out to see you and sleep with you for a week promo on your YouTube channel. And then he said, all you'll do is cement my reputation, blah, blah, blah. You don't like it. That's not my problem. Unfortunately, I am who I am. I don't have to worry about an image. And that's the end of the conversation.
You are who you are. You don't have to worry about an image. Well, clearly YouTube didn't agree with that statement.
So a couple things. Byron has been lying to everyone, saying, one, I was threatening to expose him, threatening to ruin his business. Obviously, you can see from the proof that's not true. A lot of his following is under the impression that I was trying to get on his show or asking to be on his show. Again, you can see from the screenshots, that's not the truth. I didn't even know anything about his show, which again, that's a lesson I learned. Don't agree to come on a show unless you've actually researched the show. I was just going off of a mutual friend's recommendation because that's a pretty good friend. But and he felt terrible about it and apologized once he saw. But the reason why I'm speaking about it now, and I wanted to make a video then and explain what was going on, but I decided to
But you didn't.
not give any more attention to it. But I'm making a video
Until
about
now.
it now because I'm getting harassed and bullied daily by his following and by his people. Myron told
One person.
the guys on the
One
podcast
person.
told everyone to put my Instagram handle in their bio or in their little messenger. Or I don't know how YouTube videos work like that.
Her stuff, and then she blocked me because she was like, "Oh, okay, this dude, I can't hurt him by trying to
Wait a minute.
embarrass him." Like
What's her Instagram again? It goes something like
Anna Quinn Fitness.
Oh,
there you go. Anna Quinn
Oh.
Fitness. Yeah, I want to roast her. I don't care.
snap.
She wanted to smoke. Okay. Now you got to deal with that. Now you got to get embarrassed and look stupid
Hey.
and all this other shit.
Someone put her Instagram in the chat.
Can we see her Instagram real quick?
It might have been me.
Oh,
Oh, you want to pull it up?
I would love to see her Instagram. Be honest with you. I don't even want to give her that. I thought it was face and face.
Wait, you know what? You know what?
do a privacy complaint. That's what she
They put my Instagram on their show so that people could go mess with me. And they told the lies about what they're claiming happened. And that is not the truth. So not only is this guy lying to everyone, but he's claiming to be a male self-improvement expert and the leading show for male self-improvement. But the culture that he is raising is gross and disgusting. These are bullies. I get at least 5 messages a day of people telling me I'm a whore, telling me to go kill myself, people commenting on my pregnancy announcement video, telling me I've been sleeping around, just awful comments. And here's the thing. Not a lot of people, only the people close to me know the real situation of what's going on with me and the father of this child.
Okay,
But
pause.
the truth is I can't talk about it because
Pause. Okay, so we played it in full, pretty much. Now she's just kind of saying, "Oh my God, they're harassing me," whatever it is. And so the big allegations are: I lied about her threatening to expose the business and hurt the business. Right?
We doxed her.
We doxed her.
Well, which is when you lie, people will come at you.
Yep.
By the way.
And then that yes. So those are the 2 big ones: that we doxed her and that we basically we allege that she was threatening the business.
Now, she didn't show some of the screenshots, but in this live, Myron did. So after she told Myron she wasn't smashing, he stopped responding to her.
And a high profile of assets. I'm nothing but common. No hard feelings. So she says what I said again back. I ignore it. Then she messages me again. In fact, wasn't my friend neighbor Mike Rashid just on your show? This is extremely significant, guys, and she didn't put it before.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Mike Rashid came on our show May 26th, a week prior to this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay? And we had plans to go out meet with Mike the following week to do a collab with him on his show and to
California.
go on the No Jumper podcast.
Yeah.
So her saying this was, I interpreted it. Again, this is how I interpreted it. She might have had it might have been harmless on her end, but I interpret it as, I'm going to tell Mike that you're talking to me like this, and I'm going to mess with your opportunity to go out and do the interview, blah, blah, blah. Now, what she doesn't realize is me and Mike are cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no issues here. Like, it is what it is.
So she's gonna tell her friend that you're being disrespectful to her. But where's the lie?
So, but the fact that she brought that up and brought his name into it, I was like, okay, this girl's on some weird stuff.
Power play.
What do? I don't respond. Now, it's 1:00 in the morning, guys. We finished the show, and I'm sitting here. We finished a podcast, and I'm in the sushi spot with Walt. And you guys know that we're at the sushi spot after every show, right? So she goes, scroll up real quick, Chris. So she goes again. So at 10:00, she messages me. I ignore her. Message me again. High value men don't talk the way you did. I have 75 people on my story who voted in the last hour and can't believe what you said. The comments are insane. Not one person has your side or thinks your approach is appropriate. You're tripping, dude.
Now, these guys swear they understand a female's nature, but Myron doesn't understand why she's in her feelings? Guys, even if she was a hoe, most women don't like being talked to like this. So now she's on IG in her feelings.
You know, check your facts, dude, because this is really ignorant claim. And I am pretty damn special. You're a fool for talking to me like this. You're a terrible representation of your podcast and your business, and I'll happily put you on blast. Hold on. Rewind that. She said earlier that she did not threaten my business and my podcast. I'm gonna say that one more time.
To be honest with you, bro, I'm not sure that outside of Pearl and your fans, that people really care that she was threatening to expose you for some shit that you actually did. And then you pulled her car and told her to do it. So she did that shit.
Why do you guys think she released a video today saying, oh, the only message I unsent was the micro sheet, but she did not explain the context of it, why the timing was so important?
I just find it funny, bro. You were picking and choosing what you want to show at the beginning.
Yep.
Now we're doing an expose.
Yep.
Now you want to say everything now?
I'm being honest.
Too late.
I admitted multiple times I said stupid shit in there.
Yeah.
But I was not wrong in what I said because she was perpetuating the problem. Now, guys, remember, she has 42,000 followers. This is the night before. And don't worry, we're going to break down the YouTube video too.
Yeah.
So I'm just being honest and stand by what I said, right? She posts this on her story with my full name out. She tags me and our Instagram channel. Okay, sorry, our Instagram.
Yeah.
Both of them. This is about my our Instagram that got hacked, and then our
the old one.
and then my personal Instagram, right? So she does this. What do? Close that, Chris, please, and post show the other one that I reposted. So she takes this and I stand on it. These are her screenshots of her trying to put me on blast, right? Should I put him on blast? Right? Keep going. He's garbage, blah, blah, blah. This is all going on while me and her are talking, by the way, that she's putting up these stories.
Wait, but aren't her fans attacking you as well?
Exactly. Go back. Hey, ladies, if a man wants you to pay for a plane ticket to come out to sleep with him, and in your first conversation with him, mention how you're just a common attractive woman and how he's high value, report this creepy butt because he's probably trash. So, guys, look, she's coming at my neck on Instagram, okay, with a big following. Let's continue on. Then she keeps going. There's no reason to attack or disrespect a woman. You can't, especially when you don't know. I didn't say a single mean thing, and he's out here insulting me. Isn't that what the boys did back in the grade school when they liked a girl? Hold on. Did you not just attack my character and say I don't know how to talk to girls and I'm a creep and all this other stuff? But when I fight fire back with fire, you get mad? Because let me show you guys.
He doesn't get it. Bro, you told her to do it. And the DMs you sent her got her in her feelings. And not in a good way.
Okay. Is it the best way to run game? No. No. But at this point, she's all the way in California. I know I have an inkling of her past, so I'm not going to put in crazy effort to talk to this girl. That's why my messages were short and brief. Until she decided to antagonize me, that's when I started roasting her.
Your lack of accountability for not knowing how to talk to a woman is crazy to me. Then you made the situation worse by doing this.
What's her Instagram again? It goes something like
Anna Quinn Fitness.
Oh,
there you go.
Ah.
Anna Quinn Fitness. Y'all want to roast her? I don't care.
snap. No,
Yeah.
I thought women
She
wanted
wanted-
honesty.
Yeah,
I thought
she
women wanted the truth from her front.
I was like, we're gonna smash. She didn't like that. She tried to be like, oh, well, that's your asshole move. Okay, you want me to lie to you and then like try to be on this
Feels like
other
I've seen
bullshit?
this girl
You
before.
probably
Yeah.
should have finessed her. You would have finessed her. You've been good. But
Yeah.
then you in the bad guy. You can't win, brother.
She messed up.
can't
She
win.
messed up. Yeah, because if you don't tell the truth, oh my God, here's what I mean for sex.
You
But if I
let
do
me
tell the truth,
on.
you're
Yeah.
a jerk. And it's like, nah, bro. Like she wanted to smoke. Okay. Now you got to deal with
She
that.
started
Now
it,
you got to
you
get
guys saw it.
embarrassed.
Now you gotta
see
see.
all this other shit.
Someone put her Instagram in the chat.
Keep going real quick.
It might have been me.
Oh, damn.
You guys are idiots. This looks bad on Fresh and Fit, regardless of how they cover it. So when Pearl came out and said,
So, as you guys know, Fresh and Fit about 2-3 years ago had an instance where a girl was saying that you had to sleep with them to get on the show. Okay, that happened like 2-3 years ago. And the issue was Abba and Preach did about like 20 videos on Fresh and Fit.
and that's because they're always doing some shit. Like you, Pearl.
Basically alluding to Myron being predatory in some way. And what happened was they left out a really important part of the conversation with that chick, where it showed he was trying to hook up with her and let her come on the show. Look, that's like a personal thing. But the truth of the matter is,
Was that your way of saying you didn't agree with the situation?
they just believed the chick and covered her messages and took out all of the context that would show that Myron was innocent, that he wasn't doing what they said they were doing.
What the hell are you talking about? Myron admitted that. He did exactly what she said he did.
He did that shit. You guilty as fuck.
And the thing that's so funny about you coming for Abba and Preach is they defended Fresh and Fit when another girl tried to make fake Me Too claims on them. Roll that clip.
And I was like, okay, like and I changed back into the outfit that I had in the bathroom. And I came out, I gave him the merch back and I say, okay, can you bring me home now? And he said, no, I parked my car already.
Awesome.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna order my Uber now. And he was like, okay. Like just acting like a complete top.
Yes, it's not his duty to bring you back home. The entitlement on this is amazing.
You came to his place at 5 a.m., okay? Made the most mixed signals I've ever seen. And by all indications, it looked like you guys were going to fuck. Then you said no last minute. Okay. You want to leave? Okay. Give me a ride. No. Why does he owe you that? No. You could say he's an asshole. Mm-hmm. You can say it's a douchey thing. Mm-hmm. We agree. Why is this a YouTube video?
And actually,
who gives a fuck if the man is douchey? Why is this a YouTube video? The reason why you're airing this out is to paint him as some kind of fucking predator. That's why you're doing this.
So basically,
let's be honest. The reason why this is being framed this way, okay? This is a regular encounter where the dude's mad they're not getting laid and he says leave. Who cares? He was just a dick. You could have had some. You said no. He acted like it. Who cares?
And the funny thing is that actually, when you actually verbalize the no, he stopped. Bruh. You have no story there. Bruh. That's not a story. Bruh. The minute, because every point that led up to this, you did everything that he asked you to do. And when you said no, he stopped. This ain't no story.
I order my own Uber. And I'm walking out and I'm like, oh, my Uber's coming. Like, can you walk me downstairs? Because I didn't know how to work this building. So he walks me to the elevator, pushes the button and walks away. Like with no.
Did you want a good night kiss? What is it? What did you want? A shake of hand?
Can I just appreciate?
Wow.
Can I just appreciate? This guy made me uncomfortable. He made moves on me and I didn't want it. I didn't like any of it. And at the end, I was like, can you give me a ride?
Yeah. And I get into my Uber and like at that point, I think that's when it kicked in. I started crying because I was like, I don't know what just happened, but I feel uncomfortable. And I that's where you could read the rest of the messages with my friend because I mentioned everything in there.
You started crying? Yeah. I don't blame you. That whole thing is really traumatic. And I'll tell you what, I actually didn't know how crazy this story gets at the end. I'm sorry you went through that.
Yeah, it's all right. I just wanted to bring it more awareness.
I mean, wow, this is... The thing that's really crazy is like, if you're hanging out with somebody, you know, you don't always have to give someone a ride home. But what's messed up is they intentionally split you guys up. And then he took you all the way out to the studio and then basically stranded you there. He's like, well, if you want to leave, you got to fucking...
Stranded her. How? You could have just left. You could have done at the beginning what you ended up doing at the end, was just calling an Uber. You chose to get in his car. You chose to go with him and get some food. You chose to then argue with him because you wanted to make a point because whatever, ego, blah, blah, blah. Then you chose to go up to his apartment. At which point were you held against your will? At which point was someone pulling you anywhere? You wanted this. And now you want to sit there and be like, oh my God, these guys are so bad. You know what the problem is with this kind of stuff? Is when you guys use these kind of shady tactics to try to take people down or whatever the fuck it is, it just emboldens them. It emboldens them and emboldens their fan base because, like, look at these people trying to take him down with lies. They must be doing something right. And listen, these are absolutely nonsensical stories that these people are peddling. The fact that H3 is platforming this person and not even questioning any of the lies that they're saying is mad to me. It's crazy. And not only that, they're doing it for financial gain because they hate these guys. They'll just... Hey, man, you got a story on them? Let's go. You got to scrutinize this woman. Because what she's saying makes no sense.
So that was Abba and Preach's take on the Me Too situation. I'll leave the link to the full video in the description if you want to see the full take. But not only did they make one video, but when Myron came out with the receipts, Abba and Preach doubled back and covered that as well. Roll that clip.
On Saturday, we put out a video in regards to the whole H3 versus FNF stuff, right? We said, yo, honestly, this girl's story don't make no sense. And so, you know, Fresh and Fit came out with their own little live stream and then posted a couple of, long-form conversations. And I thought it would be important to cover some of these receipts, see if what we said was correct. It was. I don't think I need to play this video.
Come on, dude.
It was.
We got back to the apartment and I left my wallet, and I guess it was a gift from God, but... I left my wallet in Myron's car because he was the one driving. And Myron gets the wallet and Walter was like, oh, he wants your friend's number if he's going to bring back the wallet, meaning me.
I need your friend's number if I'm going to bring back the wallet?
Here we go. Okay. She asked me, what did he say?
So at no point in this does he say, I need my key, I need your number. He ends up going and giving her the keys. Okay? So that's the
bitch, you're a whole bum.
She made up the whole okay.
You're a whole
This whole quid pro quo.
You're a whole ass bum, my girl.
Hold up. And so this is the second part. This is the part that made me laugh. So remember, she's like, oh, I don't know how to get home, all this other stuff. Like, yeah, you know, I feel stranded.
I'm going to show y'all how lazy and entitled these girls are and how close they actually were, where they could have went ahead and gotten it themselves. Bureau of Prisons down Miami. You guys want to see how fucking lazy these chicks are?
10 minutes.
1 mile.
If you don't get the fuck out of here.
1 mile.
Girl, my girl.
It takes special talent to make Myron look like a good guy. But in this situation, this young lady managed to do so because of all of the lying that she was doing.
Just go play it through real quick, Chris, and we're going to analyze parts of this conversation later on.
Shout out to Tim Pool, man.
Shout out to our guy, Tim Pool. But look, she's not texting me. Look at that. That looks like a fucking conversation to me.
Wow.
Okay? That looks like a conversation to me.
God damn, we guys buying SS?
Again, I don't like these two. I think, for all intents and purposes, Amru Fuddle is a loser. That's my personal opinion. It doesn't matter. It has no bearing on this at all. None whatsoever. And all these people are like, why would you defend these scum? I don't care if they're scum. I don't care if they're saints. Did they do what you claim? No? Then shut the fuck up. That's it. That's the end of the story. What am I looking at? She's out here claiming all like he's so desperate and creepy and all this stuff. You out here having full-on conversations and lengthy dude and then lying about it in the aftermath, and you want to still be taken as credible. How many lies does somebody have to tell before you start to look at them and say, why should I believe anything you say? You've already tried to misrepresent things for your own personal gain. Why should I believe any part of this story?
And even though he was talking about the girl who tried to Me Too Myron, this applies to you too as well, Pearl, because you lie a lot. Admin Preach even got into it with another big creator because they defend the truth. I'm not going to say they were defending Fresh and Fit. They were simply defending the truth.
Find and frame things with lies like that. If you'd have just come out and be like, man, this guy was a loser. He made a comment when I got need. Everybody would have been cool with it. But you have to lie and do all this extra stuff, and I got to look at you crazy now.
It's gymnastics.
Bruh.
And that's the thing. You could have just said that. You could have just said that.
Who talks like that?
And even if he said that, he made a comment about your boobies. Was it worth all the lie? All of that? Now you just look stupid, Danielle.
Yeah.
I'm saying your name because motherfuckers have to know your name. The same way you try to frame a motherfucker like that, people need to know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Just so they know that you're a piece of shit. You want to frame them as a piece of shit, but the biggest piece of shit in this story is you.
Yep.
It's you.
Yep.
It's you, my girl.
You and Ethan Klein, who didn't even say anything to the story and kept these like, what?
You a big ass loser. That's you. You want to frame us as a big loser? It's all you.
And you know Ethan wasn't about to just let them say that and not respond.
Abba and Preach, by the way, I've never really talked about them, but they made a video defending fucking Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, they have a lot of bad takes.
Yeah, it sucks. I've watched a few of their videos like earlier this year and I thought they were hilarious.
Me too.
But then like
Yeah.
deeper dive, it's like shit.
I actually had the same opinion, and I was really surprised when they're like, yo, Fresh and Fit, there's no evidence to accuse them.
Picking coconuts in Barbados.
But it's just a woman's account, so like...
He's talking about...
God, this man gotta be one of the slimiest motherfuckers I've ever seen in my life. He's actually sitting there trying to make it sound like Fresh and Fit defenders. Bruh, not even their fan base would echo what the fuck you're saying right now. That's how goddamn brain... You think we are what?
You're stupid.
To who? When? How?
Yeah, Ethan sounded slow as hell when he said that. Honestly, it took a bigger man than me for Abba and Priest to cover Myron's story and have an unbiased opinion. They said Myron did nothing wrong. I personally just wouldn't have covered it if I was beefing with a creator. But I'm 100% sure, Pearl, you would have taken the side of old girl just to make the person you didn't like look bad. And at this point, I'm not even sure why people follow Pearl because she's not entertaining, she has no integrity, you can't trust anything she says, which is why you should just follow me.
Nigga, please.
Because at least you'll never have to worry about me too, and you, because I don't roll like that.
Why are you gay?
And if you think I'm making it up, Well, you must have not have seen the video. So check out the video where Pearl said her black coach assaulted her and then she got him fired. I'm out.